Here comes a new challenger!
Hello everyone, this one's gonna be a shorter video, just me giving my thoughts on Ultimate so far. It's been like, what, 2 years since it's been out, and we've had a lot of DLC and a lot of content updates, and I just want to say my thoughts on the game in a shorter video, you know, because like I finished like 2 videos where it's just nothing but editing the entire day, so I just want to take, you know, a little short video that isn't just like another analysis or whatever the case may be, but give my thoughts on Ultimate without any script, just going in the way I see the game right now. And when it comes to all the other Smash games, it's my personal favorite. I mean, I love playing every character on the roster. I feel like I can actually play every character in the roster versus like older games where there are just characters where I just can't play because I just don't like how they feel or whatnot. But with Ultimate, that's not the case. I can enjoy every character, even characters that I literally have no idea how to play, like Zero Suit or Ice Climbers are some examples of characters that I'm just not really used to, or have like that, or like I don't really understand how to play them that well, but I can still enjoy them, right? And in terms of like stages, it's fun to mess with all the stages. Casually with items, like messing out with like item combos and stuff like that is fun. And you know, just playing a lot of the newcomers in this game are just so unique and so fun to play, like Sephiroth, Steve as examples, Terry. A lot of the ways they handled characters from Smash 4 I felt were a lot better handled in this game, like Ryu for example, because now Ryu feels like he's actually how he plays in Street Fighter versus like in Smash 4 where it's kind of like mostly Ken, you know what I mean, with like Ryu's moveset. But I felt like they did an excellent job in that department. But I'm gonna be real with you guys, and I hate to say this, but I genuinely believe objectively, like my bias aside, I think Ultimate is probably the second worst Smash game. It only beats like Wii U in my opinion, because like if you look at the game like objectively, right, versus like other Smash games, like let's look at Brawl. Brawl came out like 12 years ago at this point, right? You compare this game to Brawl. Brawl has better single player content. Yeah, it has a smaller roster in terms of stages and, you know, in terms of like characters obviously, but single player content I can always go back to. I can always go back to the event modes. Going through things like Coin Launcher was fun, you know, Subspace was fun to go through, and you know, even though Ultimate has a lot of modes where it's fun to play around with people, the issue is that you kind of need those modes locally, because those modes aren't online. Things like Squad Strike, those aren't online. So especially during this pandemic, this era of pandemic, if I'm going to be playing content that I can only play offline, Ultimate is very weak in that aspect. Like, yeah, sure, classic mode is unique for every character, but at least I get a different experience with Brawl or Melees, for example. And when it comes to things like playing Ultimate competitively or like gameplay wise, I mean, sure, Brawl's tripping is annoying, but at the very least I kind of feel like I'm in full control of my actions outside of tripping. And yeah, Meta Knight was everything and he's all you ever wanted, but for the most part I kind of feel like I would much rather play Brawl for single player content over Ultimate. Like, if I didn't have online for Ultimate, I wouldn't be playing Ultimate as much as I am, because I'm playing with friends and other players that are, you know, fun to play with. But then if I want to play a game by myself, like single player wise, and it's a Smash game that I want to play, easily Smash 4, Brawl, even Smash 3DS. Like Smash 1, yeah, that's a mode that you're meant to play with other people, but I have so much fun playing it by myself that it's like, okay, well, I can play it by myself and it's an enjoyable mode. Classic mode, the way it was handled was, I think, even better. Like Ultimate, like I said, it's great because it's themed, but like once you play it once, you don't really need to play it again unless you want like a higher score, right? And you know, you don't even need to play it for like the fighter spirits, because you can just get those in the shops gradually. So like if you wanted to get like all spirits, you don't need to go through classic mode to get all of those, you know what I mean? And talking about spirits are basically just worse event modes, because it's just like fight this enemy under maybe a lava floor, or maybe a poisonous platform, or this enemy likes to throw out smash attacks a lot, or there's some wind. Those aren't really unique as like say like in Melee, get all the Jigglypuffs to fall asleep, or how in Melee and Brawl you had like the final battle, or like in Brawl you had like the true final battle with like a giant Mario and Sonic and Snake, and that was sick. That was amazing. Stuff like that. You know, I don't know. I feel like Brawl as a game and Melee and 3DS and even 64 to an extent, I can enjoy single player and multiplayer. Whereas like with Ultimate, I can only really enjoy the multiplayer. Yeah, they added modes like home run contest, but like home run contest isn't really like that amazing as like a single player mode. Like again, it's only one of those things where it's like you do it once and you only do it more if you want a better score, if you want to just post something on Twitter, right? Or another great example would be like All-Star or like the multi-man modes. Multi-man feels so much lame compared to previous times. Like you had 3-minute, you had 15-minute, you had I believe, was it 10 or 30 multi-man Melee, and then you had like 100 multi-man, and then you had Cruel, whereas in this one you only have like Century, which is like just 100, and then you have Cruel, and then you have like the All-Star variant, which just isn't as good as like actual All-Star mode. You know, it kind of feels like Ultimate had to cut a lot of corners just to do what it has. And I don't know, I feel like if it's not for that roster and me having fun with that roster, I feel like Ultimate would have definitely been easily one of, if not possibly the weakest Smash game, because like I said, I just don't like Wii U because Wii U's modes are just not that interesting. You know, like even the event mode is kind of like whatever, but I would much rather play that game single player more than Ultimate. You know what I mean? But yeah, those are my quick thoughts on Ultimate. I don't know what you guys feel. Me personally, I just hope that, you know, even though Sakurai said Home Run Contest was like the last single player thing, I hope we get more single player stuff, because honestly, like I feel like down the line, whenever the next Smash game happens, like in the next like 6 to 8 years or like 10 years or whatnot, people just aren't going to be playing Ultimate anymore, right? Because unless you really care about that roster, there's just nothing really to come back to, you know what I mean? Like unless you like want to come back to it for whatever reason. I don't know, I feel like Ultimate as it stands, like it's only selling you on its roster and its stages and even music too, but it's not really selling you on like a game, you know what I mean? I don't know, like I don't know what else to word it. I just hope that I kind of made my point clear. Hopefully you guys can understand what I'm trying to say, because it's just like I just want Ultimate to be better, basically. As it is right now, a lot of the fun things like getting people's different stages and all that, that's only you know, that's only through shared content, and you need to pay online for that, and the online is not so great. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like Ultimate has a lot of weak points that I hope gets ironed out later on. But hey, that's just me, that's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments below. What do you guys think about Ultimate? If I had to like put it in a tier list, I would say like Ultimate's like my favorite Smash game. But if we're talking like I said, like if I look at the game objectively, Brawl would probably have to be my favorite, just overall Smash game. But yeah, I think because yeah, I mean Brawl isn't like great competitively, but you know, it's great in so many other areas that I just don't care. You know? So yeah, those are my thoughts. Like I said, let me know yours in the comments below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourself. Let's get to 1,000 before the end of the year, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Coming through, partner, we can do this right. You're the fire, I'm the wind tonight. Burning dread, ha, that's right.